It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. The old horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. This team, 11-0 with everything on the line. They could have their eyes turned towards the conference championship next week, but they know they've got to take care of business today and not overlook this opponent. He said a perfect season is on the line, but we cannot get ahead of ourselves. Today is the only day that matters. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Wolverines will kick off first, and here we go. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Right side, it's Jackson. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. This matchup, two teams in the top 5, just sort of whets the appetite for what we're going to see in the playoff, guys.
The selection committee is watching this one very closely because, David, both of these teams are easily talented enough to win it all, but only one can walk out of here with a dub.
Well, and what does it do? It sets up the seeding, right? It sets up the buys. It sets up the whole future of the college football playoff, and I think you want to punctuate that. You want to leave a lasting impression late in the season on the committee and show them, like, hey, we're the best in the country.
And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Oh, he's got some space. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good 3rd down situations, execute on 3rd down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Makes the grab. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over.
Runs through a man. He might have space. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Hey, man, this is exactly what you want as a play caller. You want to get your quarterback settled, give him some bunnies early to make some plays so he's feeling bulletproof. 4 for 4 to start the game. Yes, please. Offensive coordinator Jesse, I'm giving him an A+ so far for checking those boxes.
Well, and he's done a good job getting his quarterback prepped for this one, too, because watching this guy throw the ball, he's making quick decisions, and he's throwing the ball with a lot of conviction. You can tell this guy watched a lot of film. He has the answers to the test early in this game. Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Here's Sayin to throw. Got it. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Got his man downfield. There he goes. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Jackson. Defense all over him.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, a great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Finding some room. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quick give. It's Marshall. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd and short now from their own 48. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him. Last week, man, he had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Maybe didn't have the defense they expected, and they'll call a timeout here on 4th and 1. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. Breaks into the open. The 40. Inside the 30. Inside inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, it's a fumble. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. All over him immediately.
Defense becomes even more heightened in this area of the field. You get the short yard situations, the goal and go situations. They got to be dialed in. That's 2 big stops in a row by this defense, forcing a third and goal, putting some pressure now on this offense.
Turning to the running game here on third and goal. Slammed down again, and they tried to just grind out this first down in 2 straight plays. They have been denied. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. They've already converted 1 4th down on this drive, but this the defining one. 4th and goal. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. The defense gets the big stop.
9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's Julian saying to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Jackson. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Jackson. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third short, third medium, third long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Buying time to his right. But a little time lets it go. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Long way to go on second down. Quarterback changing the play. Throwing, say it. Rush right in his face. Unloads in the nick of time.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. Sayin from the gun on third down. Got the quick pass. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Under pressure. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Looking for space. It's Jackson. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. Sayin from the gun on third down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Fourth down, Sayin. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Out wide right, it's Marsh. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
To the air, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Second and long here. Straight ahead, it's Marshall.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third good, trying to cut through the noise. Setting up the screen. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down.
Great awareness that time by the safety. He's obviously spent a lot of time in the film room. The D-line was upfield. It looked like that one might be a big gainer on the running back screen, but did you see how fast the safety came screaming down? He saw that thing coming from a mile away, and he's able to make a big-time stop.
And they're going to try to convert on 4th down, 1 for 2 so far today. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. It's complete. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted to 4th down to keep the drive going.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Here's Underwood to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wants to keep it in the air. Left side is Hansen. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. To the back. Maybe a crease. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Wolverines!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And he made the extra point without problem. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Say it. He's got it down the middle. Runs through, man. He might have some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. The run inside. It's Jackson. Turning it on. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll give it to him again. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to their running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Zayn. Here comes the heat. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Zayn from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Smith. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that...
Touchdown! Buckeye! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
And they'll stop him right there on the return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We begin with Kent State taking on the Eastern Michigan Eagles. And it's the Golden Flashes, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. The victory caps off a 6-6 regular season, and now the waiting game for a possible bowl invitation. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is.
First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Hits inside, it's Marshall. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Got it, looking for a first. Real. Wrong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to take it back. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Play fake, Sayin. Right side, it's Williams. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Buckeyes peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. On the ground, it's Jackson. Crosses the 10. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Throwing, Underwood. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. And he loses the football on the return. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Marshall. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Out wide right, it's Buchanan. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. Run in the red zone, it's Marshall. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Wolverines in the hurry-up. Underwood. Turns it upfield. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
And I know, having talked to the quarterback before the game on the field, he was telling me, if I can just get this guy the ball, good things can happen. I think you saw it right there. Nice route, nice catch, but really good job after the catch, too. He was smelling the end zone, wanted to get in so bad, just gets knocked out of bounds right before the goal line. But right now, this quarterback has a lot of confidence when he's thrown to this guy.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. Take it in for 6 more points. On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They'll go play action with Sayin. Right side, it's Jackson. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Here's Sayin to throw. Finds his man. Breaks free, and he might be gone. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Rolled his way into the end zone. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, you know, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Look out! Trying to get away. And there are flags flying as the pass ball's incomplete. We'll see who it's on. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. And the rarely seen illegal forward pass penalty brings up 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerber or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defense, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Here's Underwood to throw. They'll run the screen. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Here's Underwood. Turns it upfield. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for running room. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Throwing, Underwood. Back's got it on the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Left side, it's Marshall. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Mom.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Touchdown, Michigan. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive. Breaks away in the middle. He now has 110 yards on the ground and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. And the Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Changing the routes with his receivers. Here's Julian saying to throw. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the touchdown, Michigan. The defense putting points on the board.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with exactly where you want. Makes the grab in their space. The 50, the 40, the 20. He's at the touchdown, Buckeye! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to lay up the scoreboard.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Keeping his eyes downfield. Fires to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Buchanan. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Underwood trying to make magic on the scramble. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
Well, they've tried to get this quarterback going, running the ball in a variety of ways, and they haven't really been able to kind of break him out just yet until that run right there. Nice individual effort on the scramble. It took a little longer than they would have liked, but maybe that's the play. It's really going to sort of spark this offense and really maybe get this guy going more on the ground.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Running inside, it's Marshall. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. After getting pushed back on the holding call, here comes second and long. Out wide right, it's Buchanan. There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Michigan. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Back out there. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Throwing, say it. Hauls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
Drives inside. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
The The Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Say it. Oh, pressure's coming. Back's got it on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
This guy has done a lot of work carrying the football, traditionally running it, and now they're trying to sprinkle it to him in the screen game as well. That's a good idea. If they're going to win this game, you just need to force-feed him the football as many different ways as possible. I like mixing in the traditional running back screen there.
Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on 3rd down. It's 56 yards out from here. Right at the line. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And they get another first down, and this offense right now, man, it's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like, not a lot of big plays, but they're finding ways to continue to move the football to get first downs, and a lot of times, man, the wear-out factor will come. You run a bunch of plays, and this defense can get tired.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Handoff to the lone back. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Caught. Got room at the 35. Ball is loose. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse